What's up, everybody? So today we're going to be covering the New Orleans Saints top draft targets episode 1, and that's going to be covering linebackers. Every day for the next 3 or 4 days until Saturday, I believe, we're going to be having a position to cover every day. Today, the first one is going to be linebackers because, in my opinion, I think that's the most important position we have to cover, and if we don't draft a linebacker in round 1, I'll probably kill myself. Like, I don't see what else we need. Actually, not really. No, don't think I'm going to do something like that over football. But I do think we do need somebody to fill in our linebacking position because it's not great. So, yeah, this is the first video we're doing. The format of the other videos coming up is going to be ranking 3 players I believe we should draft out of each position. Kind of like I did with free agency and price points, like how it was high to low. I will be using the first player for the first round, the second player as a mid-round pick, and the third player as a back end of that day's the draft pick player, like a 5 through 7. So for this episode, I'll be using all 3 players as first round options because I think the linebacker position is something that needs to be addressed only and preferably in the first round. The New Orleans Saints do not have many options at linebacker this year. We have Demario Davis and Craig Robertson, but we also have Alex Anzalone, Caden Ellis, and Kiko Alonso, who are all coming off of season-ending injuries at some point next year. The linebacking core is extremely busted up, and losing A.J. Klein did absolutely nothing to help us. It really just made it that big of a need, that much more of a need. Bro, we need a linebacker. With that being said, there are multiple great options to explore within the first round. The first obvious choice being Isaiah Simmons, who will 100% be scooped up by the time we get to the 24th overall pick. He will be picked up in the early portion of the first round, so that's why I left him out. But there are plenty of linebackers that are in the similar skill ranges that will still be available at pick number 24. The first 2 linebackers I would like to cover are Patrick Queen and Kenneth Murray. Both of these dudes can be future greats in the NFL and could potentially be available at pick number 24. It'll be very hard to choose between the two, so let's cover them and really go over some of their strengths. So number 1, we have Patrick Queen. At a safety size, 6 foot, 229 pounds, Queen profiles as almost a new age prospect. He notched a 4.5 second 40-yard dash, 4th fastest among linebackers at the NFL Combine, and a 125-inch broad jump, which was 8th best at the position. Queen has amazing 3-down potential, even though he didn't start until the 4th game of LSU's season last year, is what I'm trying to say, but I'm kind of retarded. He finished last year 3rd on the team with 85 total tackles, including 12 for loss, along with 3 sacks and an interception. Over LSU's final 4 games, Queen had 7 tackles for loss and 2.5 sacks. He is amazing in coverage. That is easily his strongest point. His biggest weakness has to be play strength and tackling ability. Queen is noted for his athletic, explosive maneuvering and his ability to cover tight ends and running backs. He really found himself late and exploded, turning him into a grade A prospect who is literally mid-blossom. The only question I have for Queen is if he could make the transition into Sam or middle linebacker, because he was used almost exclusively in a weak side role at LSU. The Saints' current weak side linebacker is all-pro linebacker Demario Davis, so if we could make that transition into Sam for him, it would be a perfect fit. Our number 1 Sam is currently Chase Hansen, a role that, oh Lord Jesus, needs to be filled. I feel like Alex Anzalone can hold down at middle linebacker, but it really just depends on if he can stay healthy. Versatility from Queen would make him an amazing pick. We just need to address a film and see if he can be that guy to play at different positions. Number 1B, we have Kenneth Murray. Kenneth Murray is the second big name associated with the New Orleans Saints alongside Patrick Queen and all of these mock and pre-draft talks. So it's only fair we give him 1B instead of 2, as I feel they're both extremely feasible picks that make the same amount of sense. The 6'2", 241-pound Murray is 2 inches taller and 12 pounds heavier than Patrick Queen, and they're still peers athletically. He ranked among the Combine's top 8 linebacker prospects in the 40-yard dash, running a 40-yard dash at 4.52 seconds. In 2019, Murray's tackle ability dropped slightly. In 2018, he nabbed 155 tackles, rivaled with 102 in 2019. That doesn't mean he didn't improve in some facet of his tackling game, though, because he had a career-high 17 tackles for loss, which is absolutely insane. Along with 102 tackles, he had 4 sacks and 4 passes defended. Murray has something that a dog linebacker needs, and that's character for sure. As a true sophomore at Oklahoma, Patrick Queen was named a team captain, which speaks levels to how good of a leader he is. He has the potential to be a quarterback of the Saints defense a few years down the road. Murray has one knock to his game, and it has to be pass coverage. In this day and age where you have tight ends like George Kittle out there, you would really like and need a linebacker that can cover them. Murray has only 6 career passes defended and on occasion just looked confused in coverage, kind of like a fish out of water. Murray is a fast player that can fly around the defense and make splash plays. I honestly don't know what else to say, man. It's very hard to pick one of these players to draft at 24. Therefore, they are both my number 1 pick. I will be happy with either of them. I just feel like this linebacking position or some facet of linebacker needs to be addressed, and drafting one of these players could really take the defense to a whole nother level, because pairing somebody like Patrick Queen or Kenneth Murray with Demario Davis, Alex Anzalone, and Kiko Alonso when they're done being hurt would be absolutely insane, and like I said, could take this defense to the absolute next level. So let's go ahead and cover my third option, which is Zack Baun. Now this is a pick I would 100% agree with, specifically because of the dual threat ability of Zack Baun. He is fantastic at the blitz and fluid in coverage as well. If Queen and Murray are both off the board, this is really the player I would like for us to go with at 24. Now let me reiterate. If Queen and Murray are both off of the board, if either of them are on the board and we take Zack Baun, I will literally throw myself in a wood chipper. Like, I wouldn't understand it. But if they're both gone, he would be a fantastic pick. One of the most productive edge rushers in 2019, Baun had 19.5 tackles for loss and 12.5 sacks, second to only Ohio State's Chase Young among Big Ten defenders. Expected to be transitioning into an off-ball role at the next level, as he said at the Senior Bowl, which should work extremely well because Baun is fluid when he drops back into coverage. This would be perfect for the New Orleans Saints, as a coverage man is really what is needed for our defense. With sideline to sideline range to go along with his ability to cover and his blitzing ability, Baun should transition smoothly into the next role at the NFL level. I see him as an extremely underrated target for the New Orleans Saints, someone that I haven't even seen mentioned with us yet. He's a player I think that can make an immediate difference. He ran a 4.65 at the combine at 6'2", 238 pounds. I think we should definitely keep an eye out for this dude. He's underrated as crap. I think Zack Baun could really step in and make a difference. People will argue that he's not first-round talent, but I think anybody that gets 12.5 sacks and 17 tackles for loss needs to be gone during day one. But everybody has their own opinions. I would love Zack Baun. But I mean, it is what it is. If we don't draft him, we don't. So yeah, those are the 3 linebackers I chose to cover this episode: Patrick Queen, Kenneth Murray, and Zack Baun. You guys go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below who you think that the New Orleans Saints should take here. If Kenneth Murray and Patrick Queen are both on the board, who is it that you, if you were the Saints general manager, head coach, whatever, who would you submit your vote for? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'll probably leave a poll up here. I should have mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but yeah, if you're here at this point, go ahead and answer that poll, and we'll make a video covering whoever gets the most amount of votes in that poll, because Lord, it'll be interesting. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about our top draft targets in linebackers. Like I said, keep out for other videos this week. I'm going to be making a wide receiver and corner one, so make sure to keep an eye out for those. I've been told to make a quarterback one, but I just don't know if I can stomach doing that. But I mean, if you guys want me to, I'll go ahead and do it. But yeah, like the other videos, or in the other videos, unlike this one, it won't all be first-round picks. They will be the first player will be a first-round pick, the second will be mid-round picks, and the third player will be someone we could take at the end of the draft to provide depth or compete for a roster spot. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit subscribe if you're not. Click that notification bell. Do all that fancy stuff. Look forward to more live streams in the future, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios. Alright, somehow, I don't know how, but somehow, while I was editing this video, I realized And I forgot to ask you guys a question that I meant to ask, and I'll leave a poll for it, kind of like the Kenneth Murray / Patrick Queen poll that I'm leaving. I want to know what you guys think we should draft if we don't draft a linebacker. I'm going to leave a couple options, probably corner, wide receiver, offensive lineman, or defensive end, some stuff like that. Let me know what you think we should draft if we don't draft a linebacker, because it's fun to hear everybody's opinions, and I just want to see what you guys know, or what you guys think. And then the highest rated position will be the one that I make a video on next, this type of video. So thank you guys for watching. Adios again.